쓰는 거. Station. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Okelopol Opio. Welcome to the second day of the fourth edition of the ATA Superman and Super Ladies Comp. I this morning tried to rephrase the statement to say this is the ATA Super Cranes Comp. And this morning we have Kayanja Ibra versus Lukomwa Azali. And in the booth today, as I wait for the legendary Chove Peter, I step in his shoes, in which I hope to find means of at least fitting in. But nevertheless, I didn't want to give you a silent event. So I step in. Allow me to give you a quick recap that the game is so far 4-4 with Hazard having about 3 green apples and 1 red apple, while Kayanja Ibra aka Musiramu having at least 2, either red or green. I'm not sure, but I saw 1 vividly. And we are here playing international 8-ball rules. This particularly is an idea of ATA as a simulation for what will happen next week in South Africa, Mpumalanga. We hope to have the Uganda Cranes share the stage with very other great players of the international 8-ball rule. This particular event was set up to at least have our players get a feel of what it means to play international 8-ball rules under very, very standard and strict conditions. And the rules, you can only play a game better when you understand the rules or when you are more familiar with the rules, and that is what we needed to offer them. We understand that by 8-ball rules, we understand that time is a great factor, skill and tactics are very important, and yet again there needs to be a little experience of what the rules are before you engage, and that's what we have to instill in them before they head to South Africa next week. Yesterday we had the team, the ladies, having the ladies day out as they played each other, and to the last 4. We saw very incredible skill yesterday, and we had notable applause here and there. We had great displays from both those who had their first debut and those of the likes of Lukia, who actually have been on greater and mightier stages than this. We saw them really putting up quite a great performance. And yet this morning, while off the booth, someone earlier told me that we might not have any other better game than what we're having this morning. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me tell you to expect no other better game than this, as we anticipate better games, but this one particularly has been one of the best few startups this morning. We have seen apples after apples, actually 4 in a row, both red and green. Here, Azali taking on the reds, 2 to go to the black. Simple, and the white is back. He now looks at the last red. He hopes just to miss, not to touch the yellows. Nice one. Quite a nice reverse spin to have a better position. And to the center, he moves ahead with 1 goal. Hazard 5, Kayanja Ibra 4. The umpire for today, this morning, is umpire Farida Nachiride. She has been the ATA official licensed umpire for the past 12 months, and yet she's still going. She is a formidable and principled umpire, and we have seen her judgments throughout that they are quick, fair, and square. No compromise at all. And yet another nice break, quite a great display here. Siram, and we can tell from the games we have seen so far. Remember that these players have been in the camp at this sport, training so intensely for this championship, and you can see the results that the players are really having a good touch and tease for every shot they are making. No mistakes, no error. They are confident. The only thing I saw them suffering with is that the time click, that sound, and if we really simulate them to nice one here. If we simulate them to overpower this clock issue, they can really have a better game in South Africa. Siram, nice long range a small drawback will make a better position, and it should be quite towards the cushion for him to have a better position to the last yellow. But he still understands that the last yellow is quite in a very, very oblique position, so he changes it. He feels he can't take the first center, then he will have this one. We are waiting to see how he's going to maneuver the last. How nice one. Power, 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 power. But he had it. He had no option than to bring it to the lower rail. And unfortunately, he scratches. And Hazard fails to just, he can't wait to just eat this quick. He can't wait to eat this frame quick and square. Here he goes, positions his cue ball, and there is no frame so far that he has failed to finish. When balls are placed in this position, the table is top notch. Everything is right on point. There is power, confidence in every shot everyone makes going forward, and this is how basically every playing equipment should be, such that no player can blame an equipment or a setup, and that builds more confidence in every shot everyone plays. 3 reds to go, one on the cushion. Earlier on in the previous game, he tried to power pot this ball and he failed. So I don't know whether he has learned or he has failed. He has learned. He chose to go slow on it and rather have a longer range shot. He has 2 balls. He needs one incredible shot before he lands on the last one. And he takes it to the center where it bounces back. In the previous frames, I've seen him quite have a great pattern. And these are the patterns that create the uniqueness in these players. Patterns that usually go as far as 3 rails before you get your position to the last ball. And the lack of insight to that pattern and foresight to that pattern always makes you lag behind any senior player we have. And recently I had a conversation with the former 2-time champion Fahad Sewankambo. He played Chandigarh Caesar in the just concluded 16-man comp, and after he lost to Chandigarh, I think he lost 8-3. I called him up and I'm like, yeah, Fahad, what happened? What do you think Caesar does differently from the rest of you who have been there? What is so special? And he told me Caesar he reads patterns we cannot see, and every pattern he reads that you cannot see actually sends goosebumps to you. You are like, how did he see that? And in the end, you are rather left fearing every shot, expecting something peculiar than the normal eye can see. And this is what I'm seeing right now, that Hazard is playing quite exquisite pool. Kayanja is also being very magnificent in how he is executing every shot. And yet now he trails 2-0. Not because he isn't playing well, but because in the just concluded 2 frames that he lost, he just lost the power. He lost the cue ball control power and scratched. But yet again, it's not over until it's over. He is in play and playing reds. It's quite a messed up table here, but these are professionals we are looking at. Nice one here. White, quite a combination here. We need to appreciate how they are doing whatever it takes to see that what they are playing is top notch. It's standard. It's quite something everyone should expect of them. These are players who went through very, very, very nice. When are we getting any shot better than this one this week? Who is going to give you another better shot than this one this week? Who? Will it be Chandiga? Even though he will give a better one, it will not be as magnificent as this one. This one looked quite amazing. Nice one. And he gets his position to the last red. It requires just a simple cheating of the pocket. Yeah, and he cheats it in. Nice position to the black. He narrows the gap to 5-4, 5-6. At this point, there are shots you don't expect them to miss. That's why we prophetically say it's a gone one. Jobe would say that even a person like Francis Mukwekwe, the legendary from Zimbabwe, would finish such a frame. It's 5-6. Lukomwa Hazard versus Kayanja Ibra. Who will take the day today? We expect more action today. We have more pairs coming in for the first round. Remember, it's a double elimination. We have more pairs coming in, and we expect more action. Those of you who can share the link, share it far and wide. Have it shared on every platform, and let us support our own. Let us know that they are putting in enough training. They are putting in enough dedication to see that they represent the country well. The past few weeks, I have been coming to their training sessions every morning, and really they have put in enough. I saw them every morning arriving at the venue on time, listening to their coach and doing everything possible to see that they learn something new, asking questions, and at the epitome of everything. Today is a day we expect them to show and prove that indeed they were training and learning. Here is a failed cushion drive from Kayanja. If it had gone in, we would have registered this frame differently. And so, as it comes in, nice one. What is he planning? I see everything looks very complicated. Is he trying? Oh, I see what he wants. He needs to cover up that. Remember, he's one of the most tactical players, aside from the legendary Muto Mansur, who failed to qualify for this event. And we also cite that Muto came for the qualifiers not really feeling very well. He has been quite not himself. He was sick at some point. We wish him a quicker recovery in case he's not yet recovered. But he would have been a boost to this team. Quite an opening game. Nice one from Musiram. There is no shortage of shots when it comes to Kayanja Ibra. He plays not only for himself but for the whole crowd. Even when he wins, everyone jubilates, and when he loses, everyone curses. But when he's on table, we always expect something. Now imagine a combination of the two, him and Chandiga Caesar. Kayanja Ibra, 3 reds and a few stun shots to finish. Takes one, and he fails. Oh, that's painful because if Hazard tactically blocks that corner pocket, it's going to be a struggle. If he tactically blocks it by putting his ball or opens it, it's going to be one hell of a struggle. And he does just that. But remember, this is international 8 ball, and we all know that Musiram will need to pot his ball while leaving the white in an obscene position. He fails again. He fails again. Now, this is quite unfortunate that even without the time clock, he played a game nervously. He played a shot nervously. Hazard also fails on a cut to the center. Musiram looks to be in a snooker. What a marvelous shot that was. What a shot. You only see that in Ultimate Pool in the UK. We had an opportunity to see it in July when Caesar was in the UK. We are now seeing it firsthand from the galleries of Addis Sport. And guess who is doing it? It's Kayanja Ibrahim, giving us the very best this morning. The national team was dressed by the Advanced Talent Agency, the Pool Association of Uganda, and also with support from the National Council of Sports, the NCS. Shiram gives himself an obscene long range and obviously fails. He didn't even try. I would say he didn't even try. And that frustration only comes from the shot he made for black, the shot he made for black. He hoped to have 2 cushions with the follow spin, 2 cushions to have a position on black, and it failed, leaving him with a poor white. He didn't concentrate on the black. So here comes Azad, very, very unforgiving and very, very, very composed. Remember, he has, in the 4 editions of the Super 8-man comp, he has been in the final 3 times. 3 times against Chandiga, and Kasoso has been once. So if you meet him in earlier stages of anything called a Super 8-man, especially organized by the ATA, you don't expect to have a rabbit for lunch. You are going to have something tougher than that for lunch. And you have Hazard this morning extending his lead 7-5 against Kayanja Ibra. The setup is proudly sponsored by the Advanced Talent Agency, the ATA, one of the most vibrant sports management agencies on the continent currently, and they have put in all they could to see that they develop talent, they manage talent in the Q world. Currently, managing a few players, one in Zimbabwe, two in Uganda, and expecting to have more. But this time around, they are backing the national team and seeing that the national team is indeed ready for duty come next week in South Africa. For everyone out there, we need to keep praying for the national team. All their documents are not yet very ready, but we are expectant. We are expectant that the national team leaders are trying their best to see that these documents get ready. The National Council of Sport is putting in all their effort, and the Police Association of Uganda, and now that the ATA is also organizing something to see that players still have this hope of going for this great event. It's a maiden event, and we hope to have a great and a good experience. We need to set the record straight. These are new disciplines that we need to embrace, especially international 8 ball. Black ball being our most of our staple, we might call it a staple discipline. We also need to advance and migrate to others, colonize other disciplines. Kayanja Ibra puts himself in a very, very complicated position. He wanted to just draw back a bit, miss that red, and have a position for the yellow. That yellow has been disturbing him, and he even asked for an extension just to allow more time to think about it, but seems he just can't find a way. But guess what? That is Kayanja Ibra for you. He will get a position at some point. Oh, still fails, but at least he intercepts a red, meaning he will not go down very easily. He's not going down easily. He's still gonna fight. But this is Azali, very unforgiving. If he really pots for him that ball, leaves him in a snooker. Kayanja Ibra, or he has given him a position. Ibra can easily pot that yellow, I'm sure. Oh, it's a foul. Foul shot. Ball in hand for Lukomwa Hazard. Tell me a frame he hasn't finished. Even ones that are very, very, very difficult than this one. Let's see. He starts 6 balls to go. He had not potted any ball yet. He was only waiting and waiting, just like a jaguar in the Amazon. And here he goes, 1 by 1. Let's just observe the pattern. It's just amazing how they quickly look at a pattern, and as a fan or as just any player, you stay outside and you wonder how to assign pockets to these balls. And we know that this is a gone frame. It's a gone frame. Recently I was with Kayanja Ibra. I was like, what's the problem? Every time we have these Super 8-man comps, your fans vote you in. They tell us assuredly that they need to see you on this table, and you are not always giving them what They expect of you. What could be the issue? He told me he's just unlucky. But can we say this was bad luck? No, it wasn't. That's why he's out of the tournament, the round one. He will come back for his second life. Ladies and gentlemen, it ended 8-5. Lukomwa takes the day once again. Keep on at here. So we expect another game coming in shortly after this one. A few statistics: these players had quite a good run with amazing finishes here and there. We registered more than 4 apples out of 14 frames. We shall have at exactly 11:30. At 11:30, we are having Luburwa Simon, the computer, the Continental, coming up against Ian Kazibwe. We call him the Pearl here at ATA. Ian Kazibwe. We're going to see that both players coming up are both splendid in target. Target is not and has never been their issue. And yet computer is a blend of aggression, skill, and experience, while Kazibwe Ian, with his magical left hand, seems to play around quite well with his whites. And in just 16 minutes from now, we should have them on table having a feel. This will be quite their first time meeting in a major tournament, and we expect to see something new. We are not going to give statistics head-to-heads because there is none, but none of them is going down easily. None of them is going down easily. Then at 3, we shall have Wagaba Rashid against Sejemba Ibra. That's Dog City against the Killer. While at 2:30, we shall have the Chandiga Caesar, the Scorpion, having 2 Tasso It Out against Kasozi Joseph, seed number 1 of Uganda, the sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been Okelopolo Pio, and have a great day or session ahead. Thank you.